Cyberpunk 2077 just got a brand new patch update, which should be rolled out now on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Patch 2.21 comes with a host of bug fixes as well as a little bit of extra content. In photo mode, Nibbles and Atom Smasher can now be spawned while Via's in the air or in water. So if you've ever wanted to have a pool party with Atom Smasher, now's your chance. Lots of other fixes here for the photo mode are things with collision, perspective, as well as character inputs, as well as editing. There's also a few issues where there has been a big fix involving the UI. So you could actually open up photo mode before the game had fully loaded. Basically, it resulted in a soft lock. That has now been solved, thankfully. But the main meat of the fixes come here. Vehicle color customization. They've now fixed several textures and colour inconsistencies for vehicles that have crystal coat applied. They've also fixed an issue on a few of the cars where the spray paint icon was missing in the auto fixer tutorial pop-up after a vehicle contract was completed, as well as several fixes for minor UI scale issues in the crystal coat and twin tone menus. Now in the character customization, if you were a fan of the randomizer, every now and then you might have had a few problems. Luckily for you, they have fixed a bunch of them. Randomizer settings in the character creation will now preserve after advancing to the customize attribute step. So if you've made your character and want to go back, it will no longer be lost. They've now fixed an issue where the piercing color option would not be available to character creation after enabling piercings if V initially had none after you'd randomized her. They've also fixed other minor issues in the character creation screen, including appearance options not applying correctly, visual clipping, inconsistent UI behavior, functionality issues after using the randomizer, and more. What them more are, we don't know. We've got a few miscellaneous fixes here. Run This Town quest fixed an issue where under certain circumstances it wasn't possible to deactivate the Aguilera imprint after meeting with Bennett. So if you've had that, it has now been fixed. Fixed several instances where Johnny could appear duplicated in the passenger seat. I've had this happen to me before where I've pulled up to a quest in a car with Johnny in the seat and then Johnny's gotten in the car and there's been two faces of Johnny. It's a bit disturbing. They fixed an issue where Johnny didn't appear in the passenger seat often enough. Introduced several fixes to NPC and vehicle behavior for various small events throughout Night City. So if, like me, some of the events weren't spawning for you, that has now been fixed. Finally, we can now experience all the new events that have been added to the game. One that I haven't experienced myself, but apparently they've fixed an issue where some vendors were not interactable as intended. They've also fixed an issue where voiceovers on TV news channels could be missing or too quiet. They've also fixed an issue that cropped up in the 2.0 update, where the Quadra Turbo RV tech used a description of the Quadra's Turbo R740 instead of its own unique one. They've also fixed the missing 2.2 Check What's New pop-up in the main menu. I really wish they hadn't fixed that. We've got a couple of console-specific fixes here. Fixed an issue where the screenshots appeared as blank in the gallery on Xbox if they were taken with HDR10 enabled. They've also added a pop-up in the gallery to notify players when access to screenshots is blocked by the console's privacy settings on Xbox. So if you wondered why you couldn't access your screenshots before, this could be your answer. Screenshots deleted on the Xbox outside of the gallery UI will now be correctly marked in the gallery and will disappear from occupied slots after reopening the gallery. Fixed an issue where the graphics mode on Xbox Series S could be set to quality instead of performance by default. And finally, a big one here for you PC-specific players. They've added support for DLSS with multi-frame generation for GeForce RTX 50 series graphics cards, which boosts FPS by using AI to generate up to 3 times per traditionally rendered frame. Enabled with GeForce RTX 50 series on January the 30th. DLSS 4 also introduces faster single frame generation with reduced memory usage for the RTX 50 and the 40 series. Additionally, you can now choose between the CNN model or the new Transformer model for the DLSS Ray Reconstruction, DLS Super Resolution, and DLA on all RTX graphics cards today, and you don't want to know how many takes it took me to read all that out. Apparently they've also fixed artifacts and smudging on in-game screens when using a DLSS array reconstruction, and frame generation field in graphic settings will now properly reset after switching resolution scaling off. And that's pretty much the meat of patch 2.21. Now the developers did say that we might be getting a few more surprises, so I'm wondering if we've got any more hotfixes or any more content inbound. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, peace.